Are you waking up to no new Amazon KDP book sales and feeling frustrated, wondering where you might have gone wrong? You've poured your creative energy into writing this book, not to mention money into making it ready for publication. You were really hoping that this book was going to help you in generating that extra income for you and your family. Now, we both know that packaging has to be on point. We only have a few short milliseconds to grab the attention of our prospective reader and to hook them into understanding why our book purchase is the right book for them. But what if it's not the book cover or the description? Well, that is why I hope that you will join me in this new series that I am doing called Why is My Book Not Selling? Hi everyone, Asa Michaels here. Welcome to my channel Right On. Here is where I show you how to do tutorials on how to self-publish your book. If that is something that you are interested in, please subscribe and ring the bell so that you won't miss a single video on how you can do that. So for this series, of course, is Why is My Book Not Selling? And I am one of those people. I am in the same boat with you guys. Take a look. This right here is my dashboard. This is my real dashboard right here. I was getting no royalties, no orders, no Kindle Unlimited, reads, nothing. And this has been almost for a year. Ouch. Yeah. So what was the problem? I wasn't really for sure what was going on, but I did find out what it was. My thing was that I had put out my book for reviews on a website called Puppy, because at the time I figured, well, if I had more reviews from Amazon, then if you have like 20 reviews from Amazon, then they do pick up your book and they'll show it themselves. So I've been told what I've heard, but I really wasn't for sure, but I did go to the site, and Puppy is where you put your book up and then people in exchange will read it for free on Kindle Unlimited, and then they will leave you a review. And it's kind of vice versa, book exchange kind of thing. So I was getting a lot of reads. People were saying that they loved the book, but there was a problem. But before I get into that, I do want to talk about how I found this wonderful show. Y'all who know me know that I watch Self-Publishing with Dale, and I love Dale's like show within a show kind of thing called Book Rescue. And here on Book Rescue is where he finds a author who they're having a lot of struggling, they're trying with their book series and they just can't get the orders that they are looking for and that they need. So here is where I found how, this is how I figured out how Dale does it right here. Take it away, Dale.
So typically what I will do is I'll look at a catalog and I say to myself, okay, how do the covers look? How does the copy or the book description look? And how do the keywords look inside the back end of things? Because if those three fundamental things are out of place or out of whack, then it doesn't matter how much money and marketing that we just pour into this thing, no one's going to come over and buy her books. And more importantly, I also want to kind of give her a little bit of leg up because I noticed that her work is good, but I noticed a couple of reviews that said, it needs a little bit of work.
And the same thing was happening to me. What Dale was talking about was actually from his show, but the same thing was happening to me. This right here is an exact review. This is a real review that somebody gave me for my book. They loved the plot. They loved the characters. They could relate. They were invested. All of it, except I had a very big flaw, and that was, as you can read, technical. The editing. My editing was horrible. So what happened there? I did have my book edited, but it just, I don't know, it just wasn't edited, I think, correctly. I only could afford one editor, and I probably needed to have it go through more than just one, but I couldn't afford more than one. So I really didn't want, at the time, this was a big problem for me because I also have an audiobook out with this, with this book. And I was very embarrassed, honestly, because I didn't want to go back and I knew if I fixed the book, then it wasn't going to match the audiobook, and I didn't even have the money to call back my narrators to reread the book. So I was really embarrassed about it, but, the months went by, no sales, and I knew why, and it was just embarrassing. So I figured, I had to get over that, and I just had to get to it, because what would be more important? People who are reading a book with flaws, or not even, buying or listening much to an audiobook. So I just figured, okay, get down, you just get the book right first, worry about the audiobook secondary. And that's really, I hope a lot of us are not, don't be embarrassed. To everyone, don't be embarrassed if, you get a book out there and you notice, oh, it's not selling, and then you notice there's a ton of flaws. Do not feel bad. We can fix this. Don't feel embarrassed. Just take it off and we can fix it. Just get it fixed. So here is what I did to first start off with the big major thing in fixing it. Now, you may have to say, well, I can't afford an editor. Well, there is somebody you can afford, and they're not editors, but they're beta readers. Beta readers will help you with the plot. Here is let me go back here. I'm so sorry, my slides here are really not, what is going on? There it goes. So with that, also, I do highly recommend a developmental editor. Developmental editors they will help you with your plot, help you in that area. There are some that will also help you with, now they don't edit your book like an editor, but they can let you know if there's a lot of flaws, if you have any flaws as well. So I would highly recommend getting into a developmental editor to help you with the plot, and where you can find those. Oh, here we go. Identifying the problem. That is what they can do. I knew I had this slide. It was just, I don't know why this is acting up tonight. So right here, a developmental editor will help you with the story, voice and tone, consistency, structural edit, section rewriting, developmental, in the story. They can review it and critique it and let you know, is it flowing well? Did it keep their interest? Anything with the characters, any, plot holes, anything to that extent, they will help you with that. Do you guys like my Gilmore Girls right here? I had to look all over for that. But they will help you with the story. And like I said, they don't really get into full editing. Some will, but others, however, they're really just they're really for the story. And you might be saying, well, where can I find, where I can find these editors? And this right here is, I highly recommend, of course, Fiverr. Fiverr is a great place. It is a one-stop online market of freelancers who can help you with anything. If you need an editor, if you need a website, book cover design. I've even seen on here, if you are doing an audiobook, you can get some people on, narrators on here, and they are for a really good price. I highly recommend to look for Fiverr, and you can find the beta readers as well. So I do hope that guys, take a look at this. I highly recommend them. I actually have I have a link in my description down below, and you can click on that and you can get in there and shop for Fiverr. I do highly recommend that for the editing. Now, but before you hop onto Fiverr, what I highly recommend getting is a really good investing. Now, this is the keyword, investing in a really good, an AI grammar speller check. And this is the one that I use here. If I can get my slides to work. There it goes. And the one that I use is Pro Writing Aid. I love Pro Writing Aid. Pro Writing Aid has so many features of, see like up here, like you can write your book in real time and it will check it. It will do for readability, they'll check for overused words, the consistency of your story, how are you doing on your transitions, your sentence structure, the pronoun button. That is so cool. It cuts down on making the reading experience become boring. They let you, plagiarism report. It actually got in there and helped me with, so I didn't sound so passive. My poor book, I probably sounded like a zombie to the poor readers. So it helps you. And also plagiarism reports are I think a lot are for students, if there are any students who are interested in this. And maybe sometimes it's good for, maybe because us writers, you hear things and then you think you thought of it but you didn't, you just heard it like a long time ago or whatever. So but I highly recommend this will help tremendously. And what I loved about it was that it actually got in there and told me what to fix. It showed and it gave me options, like you can write it this way or this way. You can choose what makes sense for your story in this as well. Also, it integrates with Mac users as well. So those of you who have a MacBook or just a Mac computer, then this is perfect for you as well. It does have a price for you can have it for $10 a month, $120 for a year, or you can for a lifetime, and it's a one-time payment of $400 for life. So but like I said, this is a really good investment that I highly recommend. I love it. It's and I used it, and in fact I put my story in there, and that's what I used to help further it along. And now I feel so much better. I feel confident knowing that it's written right, and there's no comma errors or grammar or anything like that. It's written just how it should be, and I'm not embarrassed anymore to have it to get out there. So my call to action on this video, guys. Okay, I want you to take a look at your manuscript. Think about investing, and again, in an advanced grammar tool. Go on to Fiverr. I do have the link down below. Find a developmental editor to check it out. So that way, that there's nothing wrong with the script, because like Dale said, in that clip, they can always, you can pour money into having a great book cover. You can pour money into finding good keywords, have somebody help you with writing descriptions, and you can do all that on Fiverr as well. But guys, trust me, it's very embarrassing and it's heartbreaking to get that review that says this, it's just awful. You have so many grammar issues and things. So I do recommend this be the first part. Look at the meat, the heart of the book, the story. Look into that before we work on the outside, before we lipstick it. Let's get in there and make sure that the structure is sturdy and our foundation is as well. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Please do not forget to subscribe. I'm thinking of describing for books. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for the next episode coming out, where I talk about formatting. Yes, I have in the past, I know I have so many videos out there on my channel about formatting with Ingram Spark book tools and everything else, but guys, I have found the greatest formatting tool ever to be made. I will never go back. It was an investment, but guys, I promise you, we call these things investments, but they help us so much in the long run, especially in writing more books or even a series. So I do hope that you will be ready for that. I'm hoping to have that out possibly on tentative Monday, if not then Wednesday. So thank you guys so much. It's great to be back. I'm real excited about this, and I hope that you will stick around. And thank you so much for all my other subscribers who've been with me, who've helped, you've supported me and been there. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you again in the next one. Okay, bye.